Alright, here's segment number 31. This is the next to last regular segment before we move into the bonus segments. This is Jeopardy Deluxe Edition for the SNES. We're going to bundle this game. Have Liz and Jenny facing me today, two ladies. The Jeopardy round. Here we go. One daily double in one of these categories. U.S. states, fictional characters, quotes, opera, oh boy, furniture, and finally, starts with the letter O. Notice the quotation marks. And I get to start things off. Fictional characters 100.
The answer is...
The Spitz is Buck's arch rival, and Buck eventually kills him in his Jack London novel. What is the Call of the Wild? Let's have fictional characters for 200.
The answer is...
Through there. When he lived in Lilliput, the natives gave him meat and drink enough for 1,728 of their own people. Who was Gulliver? I'll take fictional characters for 300, please.
The answer is...
Jack Barnes is a hero in love with Lady Brett Ashley in this Hemingway tale. What is The Sun Also Rises? We're going to go with fictional characters for 400.
The answer is...
Tom Jones was raised by Mr. Allworthy, who is actually this relative of Tom's. What is his uncle? Fictional characters for 500, please.
The answer is...
Elizabeth Bennet, heroine of this novel, was her father's favorite among 5 daughters. Liz. Oh, no, she's giving $500 to Whammy Inc, just like that. Alright. Pride and Prejudice, and for some reason I was thinking that, but too late. It's okay. Jenny has her first bit of money, and we have 5 categories left. She's going to furniture for 100. Alright.
The answer is...
A low bed designed to roll under a larger bed. It was also called a truckle bed. What is a trundle bed? I have furniture for 200.
The answer is...
The roll-top style of this has a convex cover that slides over the work surface. What's a desk? Furniture for 300.
The answer is...
A Chesterfield is a large, overstuffed one of these, often having scrolled arms. What's a sofa? I'll have furniture for 400.
The answer is...
A sideboard is most associated with this living room of the house. This room of a house. What is the dining room? Furniture for 500.
The answer is...
The Boston variety of these moving chairs usually has a curved seat that dips down in front. What is a rocking chair? That's good for 500. I ran the category. God Help Me, but opera for 100.
The answer is...
Handel's opera Guillermo Caesar depicts Caesar's romance with her. Who's Cleopatra? Opera 200.
The answer is
This title character isn't a fillet. She's Lothario's long-lost daughter. Who's Mignon? Fictional characters for 300.
The answer is
Verity's title character Nabucco is based on this biblical personage, who is Nebuchadnezzar. Opera 400.
the answer is
Though it deals with marital infidelity, this popular opera's name means rustic chivalry. What is it called? Cavaliera Rusticana. Alright. So Liz is only at minus 100 right now, and she still has a chance to get out of the hole. Where to? Opera 500. Gonna finish it. Daily double. And you can risk up to 500 on this clue, which will do just that, and here's the clue for you. This opera is known for the famous mad scene of Lucy Ashton, and it's Monsieur de la Marmore. She got it right. And is now out of the hole. 3 categories left. Quotes for 100.
the answer is
W.C. Field said, start every day off with one of these and get it over with. What's a smile? Quotes for 200.
the answer is
This organ of animals is the foundation of their life, William Harvey claimed in 1628. What is the heart? Let's have quotes for 300, please.
the answer is
In 1940, during one of his fireside chats, FDR said, "We must be the great arsenal of this." What is democracy? Yeah. Let's have quotes for 400.
the answer is
Man has injured every animal he has touched, wrote this great California naturalist. Liz. John Muir. That's correct. Doubles are running to $800 and takes second place. U.S. States 100. Alright.
the answer is
The Pony Express ran from St. Joseph, Missouri as far west as this state. What is California? U.S. States for 200.
the answer is
Mount Adams and Mount Eisenhower are located in the White Mountains of this northeastern state. What is New Hampshire? U.S. States for 300.
the answer is
This state, not Mississippi or Connecticut, has the longest one-word name. What is Massachusetts? U.S. States for 400.
the answer is
Burlington, the largest city in this state, has fewer than 50,000 people. What is Vermont? U.S. States 500.
the answer is
This mountain state has the highest average altitude of any state east of the Mississippi. What is West Virginia? And that's going to put me over $5,000. Let's go back to quotes for 500.
the answer is
Ends a biblical quote, "To everything there is a season and a time for every purpose." Under the Heaven. And Jenny doubles her money to $1,000 and takes second place. Now that just leaves us starts with O category, and she's going to take the $100 clue.
The answer is
With Oklahoma, the other two states whose names begin with O. What are Ohio and Oregon? $200.
The answer is
Lacking a keenness and comprehension, or an angle that is more than 90 degrees but less than 180. What is obtuse? $300.
The answer is
In the 1800s, this empire became known as the sick man of Europe because of its weakening power. What is the Ottoman? $400.
The answer is
Small children should be kept away from this shrub with red or white blossoms. It's poisonous. What is oleander? What is the oleander? Now the last clue.
the answer is
In printing, it's a dagger sign. In New York and London, it's Cleopatra's Needle. What is an obelisk? There we go. So I have 6,700. Jenny has 1,000. Liz 800. So she'll go first in Double Jeopardy, which we're going to start that round right now. Just basically cruise through a majority of those clues. We're going to double the dollar values, put 2 daily doubles up on the board, and 6 only categories. Let's see if the categories will be to my liking this round. We have leftovers, Middle East, ballet, education, women athletes, and finally, prisons. Alright, let's get this party started. Liz, you get the first crack at the category this round. What would you like? Middle East for 200.
the answer
Okay,
is
thank you. War broke out on September 22nd, 1980, when fighter bombers from this nation attacked 10 Iranian airfields. What is Iraq? We're going to go with Middle East for 400, please.
the answer is
The building of Aswan High Dam in the 1960s was financed by loans from this country. What is the USSR? We'll take Middle East for 600. Daily double. I'd like to make it a true daily double, please. Of all the Arab countries, this one has the highest percentage of Christians, about 40%. What is Lebanon? Middle East 800.
the answer is
This country's national airline is Alia. What is Jordan? Middle East for 1,000.
the answer is
In 1941, Syria gained its independence from this European country. What is France? And that's going to put me at $16,400 in cash. We're going to win a bundle this game. I can feel it. Next up will be ballet for 200.
the answer is
Frederick Ashton played one of the ugly stepsisters in this ballet he choreographed. What is Cinderella? We'll take ballet for 400.
the answer is
Suzanne Yaphet performed part of this expiring bird ballet at George Bush's inaugural gala. What is Swan Lake? $600, please. Ballet.
the answer is
The wars pavane is a ballet of love, death, and betrayal based on this play. What is Othello? Ballet for 800.
The answer is.
In the ballet Sylvia, this goddess of the hunt mortally wounds the villain with an arrow. Who is Diana? And ballet for 1,000.
The answer is.
A pas poisson is a movement in which a dancer bends her body like one of these creatures. What's a fish? Read that category. Let's take education for 200.
The answer is.
Veterans were first granted funds to continue their education under this 1944 bill. What is the GI Bill? I'll go education for 400. You're the daily double. I'd like to bet it all again, please. U.S. educator who advised Teddy Roosevelt and tapped on racial problems in politics. Who is, U.S. educator, who is Booker T. Washington? It just now came to me. Viva la Booyah! Education 600. No more daily
The
doubles.
answer is.
At most U.S. high school graduations, the second-ranking student gives the welcoming address. Who's the salutatorian? Education for 800.
The answer is.
The highest possible score on the math or verbal section of the Scholastic Aptitude Test. What's 800? And education for 1,000.
The answer is.
The language spoken at the first U.S. kindergarten opened in 1856 in Watertown, Wisconsin. What is German? Leftovers for 200.
The answer is.
Some say the art of topiary gardening was invented in this empire by a friend of Augustus. What is the Roman Empire? Hopefully they'll take it. Yes, they'll take it. Let's have leftovers for 400, please.
The answer is.
The 40-day display of Dukakis' wax figure was the shortest in this London museum's history. What is Madame Tussauds? Let's have leftovers for 600.
The answer is.
Embroidery stitches will be more regular if the fabric is held taut in one of these. And I'll stop right there because I don't know. I don't remember. Let's see if Liz remembers. A hoop. Yep. Women athletes for 200.
The answer is.
Jean Maiden of Salone, Ohio set a woman's record by rolling 11 perfect games in this sport. What's bowling? Women athletes for 400.
The answer is.
Bud Hyden won a bronze medal in this sport in 1980, which must have made her brother Eric proud. What is speed skating? Let's have women athletes for 600, please.
The answer is.
Though she became a star in this sport, Kathy Rigby McCoy never won an Olympic medal. What is gymnastics? Uh-huh. Women athletes for 800.
The answer is.
Her hearing was permanently impaired after she swam the English Channel in 1926. Liz. Gertrude Ederle, that's correct. Women athletes 1000.
The answer is.
A 1988 and 1992 Olympic gold medalist in the heptathlon, she's Flojo's sister-in-law, who is Jackie Turner Kersey. That's good for 1,000. Leftovers for 800.
The answer is.
This woodwind instrument has been described as a clarinet with a cold in its chest. What's a bassoon? And we'll have leftovers for 1,000.
The answer is.
First name of Mr. Bartlett, whose familiar quotations is a standard reference work. What is John? John Bartlett, yeah. 200 prisons.
The answer is.
42 people were killed during a 5-day siege at this Western New York prison in 1971. What is Sing Sing? No. So we're adding just a dash more money to Whammy Inc's bank. They're now getting $700. See if Jenny knows this one. Attica. It's Attica. Alright. It's okay. 400.
The answer is.
This federal penitentiary, one of only 6, is located on the Missouri River in Kansas. What is Leavenworth? $600.
The answer is.
In a 1953 film, William Holden escaped from this Nazi prison camp. Liz. Stalag 17, yep. Just up to $2,800, and we have the $800 clue, $1,000 clue left. She's going to go for 800, please.
The answer is.
While Marquette has a university named for him, this partner got stuck with an Illinois prison. Louise Joliet, Here's the $2,000, Jenny, and we're going to take a look at that last clue for $1,000 now in prisons.
The answer is.
Slang for a 2-masted sailing ship or the prison on it. I have somewhat of a clue, but I'm not 100% positive. Brig. Okay, so I was not right. Alright. So Jenny has $3,000, Liz has $2,800, and I have $46,400. And it's time for Final Jeopardy. Will Whammy Incorporated profit any more money? I don't know. Let's find out. The category is hodgepodge, and I will go just $3,600. In 1902, A.F. Callahan patented the first envelope with this feature, if you see what I mean. What is a window? So we're going to put $50,000 in the birthday bank this segment. And as I mentioned, the next segment, segment 32, will be the final regular segment. Then after that segment, we'll move on into the 31 bonus segments. But first, we'll see how Liz and Jenny did in this Final Jeopardy round. Will Whammy Incorporated profit any more money? I don't know.
Final Jeopardy answer is.
It's a window. Alright, here we go. Did Liz come up with window? Yes, she did. So she goes double surrounding to 5,600. Did Jenny come up with window? She did not, so she'll lose $2,000. Whereas I'll go up to 50 grand, and Whammy Inc. profits $2,700. See you all for that final regular segment, then we'll get into the bonus segments.